Welcome everyone. So this gentle practice is a great way to help you wind down at the end of your day, or specifically if you're experiencing any kind of tightness or tension around the hips or the low back, we're going to target these areas today. So you don't need any props for our practice, but I do recommend having a wall space close by. So if you need to press pause and move to a wall space, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're going to begin on our backs. So lie down and bend your knees, please, connecting the soles of the feet to the earth, resting your hands on your low belly, and then close your eyes. Right away, start to feel your low back widen into the earth. And then start to deepen and expand your inhales and exhales. Maybe using the hands on the low belly here as a bit of feedback for the breath, so you can direct the breath down to the palms. And then feel the palms gently descend as you exhale. Keep breathing like that. So the diaphragm that's responsible for the movement of our lungs, the movement of our inhales and exhales, also attaches to the low back muscles. So just by breathing more deeply and deliberately, we start to invite more space into the muscles of the low back. So see if you can feel that here. Take a couple more breaths. Now keep that breath going and flutter your eyes open. Lift your right foot off of the ground and reach your hands for your right knee. Interlace your fingers on the kneecap and then use the strength of your arms to pull that knee and the thigh bone in towards the belly and the ribs. Keep the thigh bone coming in and then reach your right arm along the inside of the right leg and grip your fingers on the outer edge of the right foot. So coming into half happy baby here. And then with the right hand on the foot, use the fingers to pull the foot and the knee out to the right, and you can let the pelvis kind of shift over, so the left side of your hips lift up. And then come back through center and switch the grip. So left hand grabs the right foot, and then use the left hand to pull the right foot to the left, coming into a twist. Come back through center, take an inhale, switch the grip, so right hand holds the right foot, and then exhale, half happy baby to the right. Inhale, center, switch the grip, so left hand, and exhale, twist to the left. Come back through center, and then exhale, release the sole of the right foot down to the mat. Other side, so lift the left foot off of the ground, interlace your fingers on top of the left knee, and then pull that thigh bone in towards the left ribs. Reach the left arm along the inside of the left leg and grab a hold of the sole of the left foot from the outside with the left fingers. Use that hand to pull the knee and the foot down to the left. Let the pelvis tilt. And then let's come through center, grab the left foot with the right hand now and pull that foot across to the right, coming into a twist. Inhale, center. Switch the grip, and then exhale, pull the leg down to the left. Inhale, center. Right hand grabs the foot, and then exhale, twist the foot to the right. Come back through center, please, and then release the left foot down as well. Left arm sweeps above the head, and then turn over to the left side of your body. Bend your knees. Now from here, pull the right heel in towards the right bum cheek and reach your right hand either for the top of the right foot or the ankle. And then use the hand to help pull the heel in closer. Then press the knee back and lengthen through the front of the thigh up into the hip flexors. Imagine that you're trying to reach your right kneecap for the back edge of your mat. And then take one more breath here. Bring the right knee forward again, stack it on top of the left, release the grip of the right fingers. Come back onto your back, please, soles of the feet on the ground. Relax your left arm down, right arm above your head, and roll to the right side of your body, coming into fetal position. Knees bent and stacked on top of each other. Pull the left heel in towards the left bum cheek, and then reach the left hand for the top of the left foot or the ankle. Keep pulling the heel in as you reach the left knee back. So feel that length across the hip flexors, across the front of the left thigh. Keep reaching the left knee back towards the back edge of the mat. And take one more deep breath here into your belly. Bring the left knee forward so it stacks on top of the right and release the grip of your hand. Come back onto your back, please, and relax both arms by your side. Take a deep breath in. Out the mouth, exhale. Now roll yourself to one side, it doesn't matter which. And come to sit up and face the long edge of your mat rather than the front of your mat. Bring your feet out in front of you, please. Bend your knees and widen your feet so that they're wider than your hips. From here, let your knees turn to the left and then sit on your left bum cheek. And then find the 90-90 shape, so 90 degrees at both knees. And you can reorganize the legs as you like. We want to find a sustainable shape here for our deer pose, pigeon pose variation. To begin, bring your hands behind your hips. Turn your chest towards your front foot, so the left foot in this case, and then lean your shoulders and your chest away from that foot. So maybe we'll stay on the hands. Maybe if it's available, you can come down to your forearms as long as you can keep pressing both knees down into the ground, especially the right knee. So reaching the inner right knee down towards your mat, and then feeling that nice stretch through the quadriceps here, as well as the hip flexors. Kind of the similar stretch of what we were doing in fetal position. Then you can look to your belly to see the movement of your breath, see the work of your diaphragm. One more breath here. Lift yourself back to your hands if you were lowered onto the forearms. Now from here, turn your shoulders and your chest so that they're more in line, more square with the front edge of your mat. And then crawl your fingers forward, leaning the torso over the front leg, so the left leg. Maybe come down to forearms. Imagine with the left thigh bone that it's rotating out and down to the left. So you can even press it down and out to the left with the right hand. Keep that as you bring both hands forward again. And find that deep belly breath. And for the last 5 breaths here, if you want a little bit more sensation in the outer left hip, the stretch that we're targeting, you can turn your chest more over the front foot and then feel that stretch and that length on the diagonal here as you bow your head forward again. And just notice the difference from each kind of position of the torso. And if this isn't serving you, go back to the first. Enjoy 2 more deep breaths here, letting the belly expand with the inhales, feeling a sense of release and relaxation with each exhale. Start to walk your hands back so that you can lift your torso upright. Lean to the left. Look to your back leg, the right leg, lift it up off of the ground and circle that leg all the way forward, bending the knee and bringing the shin down in front of the left shin. So there's just a little bit of space between the shin bones here. Bring your fingertips forward to the sides of your legs and then crawl your fingertips forward as you bow the torso and the head. Right away, reconnect to the breath. And feel that sense of space that you're creating through the low back and through your hips and outer thighs. I was listening to an interview with Deepak Chopra the other day, and he said that the greatest contributor to our stress or tension is the fear of the unknown. And then he went on to argue that there is no such thing as the known, that everything is unknown. This next second is unknown. Life is unknown. So the more that we can make peace with the unknown, the more we can make peace with life. And that means inviting a sense of safety into the unknown. And we can practice that right here by making this moment safe, safe to relax. Even amidst whatever sensation you're feeling in your body, in your hips, in your low back, make peace and make it a safe experience. 2 more breaths. Walk your hands back, lift your torso up, lean to the left again and swing your right leg out to the right. And then we're going to come back to our original position. So soles of the feet on the ground, feet wider than the hips, knees lifted. And then we're going to turn the knees to the right, so the other way. Let the knees turn to the right, and then kind of reorganize the legs to find a sustainable shape here as you balance on your right hip. We're going to find that same lean back on this side, so bring your hands behind your hips and turn your chest towards your front foot, which is your right foot now, and lean back. Press both knees down. Start to feel that stretch through the front of the left thigh up into the hip flexors here. And then if you have more space to go, you can lower down onto your elbows or forearms. I guess you kind of lower onto both. But only go to your forearms and elbows if you can keep your inner left knee connected with the ground. So keep reaching it down, even if it's touching, to keep those muscles lengthening, targeting those muscles that we're stretching here in the thigh, in the inner thigh, in the hip flexors. And then look to your belly for the last 2 breaths and see the movement of your breath in and out through the body. Come back to your hands if you were on the elbows. Now, as you sit up on your right hip, square your chest and your shoulders to the back edge of your mat. And then start to bow over your right leg. Let the weight of your torso get pulled forward by gravity, and then maybe bring your forearms to the ground in front of your right shin. And start to feel everything you feel. And whatever feedback is coming from the body, make peace with whatever that feedback is. Sensation is the language of the body. So in order for us to know how our body is responding to these postures that we're bringing it into, we need to listen. We need to endeavor to make this a safe experience for our body to be able to relax and to open up the areas of tension and tightness within our body. And all of that can be done by slowing down and paying attention to our inhales and exhales. Two more breaths. Walk your hands back, come upright with the torso. Lean to the right, lean onto the right hip more, look to your left leg, lift it up and circle it forward so that your left shin comes in front of the right shin. So it's not quite a simple seated Sukhasana. The legs are a little bit separated here. Hands come to either side of your legs and then crawl your fingers forward, dip your torso forward, and bow your head. Meet whatever sensation you're feeling with your breath. Make peace with what the body is experiencing and endeavor to make this a safe experience, even if the sensation is a lot and intense. Sensation is very different from pain. So training the mind to know that difference and to lean into sensation. Build that line of communication between body and mind here. Feel the sitting bones reach back in space as the chest pulls forward. You might even be able to feel the belly expand onto your thighs, using the thighs as feedback for the breath, just like we used the hands at the beginning. Feel the breath expand into whatever the belly is touching. Five more breaths. Lift your torso upright, roll up. Lean to the right hip, circle the left leg behind. And then let's come back to that original position again. So soles of the feet on the ground, wider than the hips. Bring your hands behind you. Lean back onto your hands and just let the knees tip from side to side, nice and slow, so that you can feel everything along the way. Yeah, so feel how this gets into the low back, gets into the inner and the outer hips. Let's go one more each side. And come back to center. Now we're going to make our way back onto our backs. Bend your knees again, setting up for another hip opener here for reclined Sukhi Rendrasana. Start by extending the right leg up towards the sky. Just feel that length through the back of the right leg, straightening the knee as best you can. Then bend the knee, turn the leg out, and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Reach your hands through and then interlace your fingers on the back of the left thigh across the hamstrings. Keep widening the right knee away from your chest as you use your hands and your arms to pull the left thigh bone in towards the belly. Flex your right toes back like you're trying to touch your right shin with your right toenails. Relax the backs of the shoulders to the earth. Feel that broaden across the collarbones. Take one more breath here. Feel the length in your low back and the outer right hip. Now keep the cross of the right ankle on the left thigh. Release the sole of the left foot to the mat. From there, like we did before, we're going to bring the right foot to the ground to the left and keep this cross of the legs. So coming into a twist. Now with the right arm extended above your head. With the left hand, bring it to the inner right thigh and use that left hand to press the right knee away from you. Close your eyes and return to that deep belly breathing. Two more breaths. Relax your arms by your side. Lift your legs back to center. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. And then bend the right knee, returning the right foot down to the mat. Other side, left leg extends. Reach the left heel nice and high. Feel that length through the back of the leg, into the calf, into the hamstrings. And then bend the knee, turn the leg out from the hip, and then cross the left ankle over the right thigh. From here, lift the right foot and interlace your fingers behind the right thigh here, using that grip and the strength of your arms to pull the right thigh bone in and widen the left knee away from you. This is going to target the opening through the outer left hip. Keep stability in the left ankle here by flexing the toes back towards the shin. Relax the hinge of your jaw. And the shoulders down into the mat. Enjoying 3 more breaths here. Release the grip of your fingers. Keep the cross of the left ankle, sole of the right foot down to the mat. From here, reach the sole of the left foot to the ground to the right. So twist to the right. Left arm extends above your head. Right hand to inner left thigh. Use that hand to press the thigh bone away from you. And feel whatever you feel. Breathe into any sensation that you're feeling. Training the mind not to be afraid of sensation, not to be afraid to feel through the body. Make sensation and somatic exploration a safe experience for yourself. In body and mind. 2 more breaths here. Really relax your arms by your side. Bring the legs back to center, please. And lift the left foot up, extend through the left leg, and then bend the knee, bringing the sole of the foot down to the mat. So from here, if you don't have wall space available today, just extend your legs for Shavasana. Otherwise, go to your wall and sit right next to the wall. So bring one hip as close as you can to the wall. And then from there, come onto your back and swing your legs up the wall. Sometimes it can be nice to put a cushion under the hips here, just to elevate the pelvis. But really feel your heels dig into the wall. Feel the low back widen across the earth. Have a little bit of softness at the knees, so a little bend behind the knees. Keeping the heels grounded into the wall, relax your arms by your side. Take 2 more deep belly breaths here. Almost so that you can sense the low back expanding with the inhales. Letting everything else down with the exhales. And after a couple of breaths like that, release any control over your breathing. Relax the space behind your eyes. Feel the energy within your mind slow down. So it's still there, still vibrating, just a little bit slower. Can you sense the reverse circulation happening in the legs? We practice feeling comfortable and safe with the unknown by practicing comfort and safety right now. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Let it out the mouth. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Find a little wiggle in your toes and your fingers. Slide your heels down the wall and connect the soles of the feet with the wall, bending the knees to the outsides of your ribs. And take 2 breaths here. Ease your way over to one side. And then press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Close the eyes. Feel that connection to body. Feel whatever space you've cultivated for yourself within your body, especially around the hips and the low back. And as always, it's such a pleasure to share this time on our mats together. So thank you for showing up for yourself here in body and mind. And I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.